Well, it's been 24 hours since you were named the next head coach, the 29th overall in Northwest football history. Has it hit you just yet that you are the next head coach?
It has. There's no doubt. When I sat down and finished the paperwork this morning, there was definitely a real feeling that hit, a sense of responsibility, a sense of ownership, and a sense of pride. I am proud to be the head coach here at Northwest, extremely proud. This is exactly where I want to be at this point. This is a great place, and I think it's the job for me, and I think I'm the perfect fit for Northwest.
You can obviously tell by the emotion that this place means a lot to you. You were here 5 years, 2008, 2012. In January, when you did not get the job, and it was about 10 months later now, just the range of emotions going from, disappointment to, going to work at Holmes, and you take on a new job. You got a 1-year-old kid, so just, a range of emotions. Yeah. And you go from a disappointment now to a, jubilation almost. I mean, 10 months ago, did you ever anticipate that this could happen?
I didn't. I had gotten myself to a point where it's time to move on. Of course, I was disappointed, and the thing that was really disappointing was the fact that we had so much success here over my last month or 6 weeks here at Northwest. We won the bowl game. We were rolling. We were sitting there 9th in the country, and it was a lot of fun. And so it was just kind of shocked there at the end. But that's coaching, and that's what you sign up for. And so there's no hard feelings or ill will. It was just a matter of picking yourself up and then on to the next thing. But yeah, there's been a lot of ups and downs, but I've heard a lot of great coaches say that you don't ever want to let your highs get too high. You don't ever want to let your lows get too low. You just kind of want to keep it in the middle, keep plugging along. But I think at the end of the day, that's a lot easier said than done. You do get caught up in all the emotions, and it does affect other aspects of your life.
You've been here now for just 24 hours. But you and one of the assistants you retained, Coach Oakley, have already hit the ground running. You've already been recruiting all day yesterday, today. How do you anticipate naming your staff in the coming weeks? Do you have any kind of timetable for that?
Yes, I think 2 moves will be made quickly after this weekend. I think you can look to Monday or Tuesday for 2 of those spots to be filled. It will probably be the end of the month on the remaining 2 spots. And that's just out of respect for a couple of coaches that have a couple of games left. But there are definitely some incredibly strong candidates, and I think all the Northwest fans will be pretty surprised when these names pop up here in a short period of time.
All told, you'll have 5 assistants, is that correct?
One thing that really attracted me to this job was the fact that I felt like I was going to be able to bring in 5 really strong assistants with the way the administration had set up the staff here. We're going to have 5 guys that are responsible, that are accountable for their position, that are going to be completely dedicated to developing their players not only on the field but in the classroom, and that's how I wanted it set up.
Your dad, a legendary coach, you mentioned 4 state championships at 4 different schools. I was defensive coordinator in that 75-game winning streak at South Panola. A very well-known, respected guy around the Batesville area. How much of an impact has he had on you, I guess, as a coach? Did you always want to be a coach? Did he make you want to be a coach? How much have you learned from him? And then, how much advice have you gotten from him just in the last couple of days?
Right. Well, how much does any child learn from their dad? That's you're a part of them, and I'm learning that now as I'm a father too. Of course, him being a coach was a huge influence on myself, and him being as successful as he was helped me realize that coaches can make a difference. You don't just show up and guide the team at practice and go play the other team. Good coaching, good preparation, and good player development can make a difference in the number of wins and losses that your program has. I truly believe that.
From 2008 to 2012, you were the offensive coordinator. We had all 5 seasons in the top 22, actually, offensively in the country. Your first year, we were number 22 in the country in total offense. Your last year, we were number 3 in the country in total offense. The last 2 seasons, we were in the top 5. 2 of the last 3 seasons, finished top 10 in the country. And statistically, just numbers are off the charts. Can we get back to that, and how soon can we get back to those kind of mind-boggling numbers?
Well, it's a pretty simple answer to that. During those times and those good years, we had good players. And so it comes back to what you just mentioned. We've got to recruit. We've got to get those caliber players back to Northwest. We've got to make them realize that this is the place to come score touchdowns and put up big yards and play in a fun style of offense and just have an incredible time doing it. We're going to have fun on offense. The way we're going to play is always going to be up tempo. It's going to be simple for us to learn and hard to defend. That's our goal.
Northwest football has been known for decades. Last year was just our second losing season in the last 34 years. You kind of come in, you'll put your own mark on Northwest football. We don't know the schedule just yet. We assume that the way the rotation is, the South schedule will probably be pretty difficult this year.
Sure.
Don't know it just yet. This is always a tough league. You had mentioned when we did the release about your hiring, week in and week out, the coaches you coach against, the players that you play against. Just, talk about the impact about Mississippi JUCO football. People that don't know it, this is the toughest league, hands down. You got a team like East Mississippi about to play for the national championship, second time in 3 years. Just how hard is this league?
Incredibly difficult. There's the size and the speed, I think, shocks a lot of people if they're not familiar. It did me in 2008 when I first showed up here. It was an adjustment for myself. One step under Division I football. That's how I would say it. And in a lot of cases, you get some at some positions better than most Division I teams. And I think along the defensive front, there are a lot of Division I teams that wish they could take some JUCO fronts and put them out there on a Saturday. And so it just makes it that much more fun, though, because you have to go get that caliber player. And as a coach, you like coaching good players. And so the other staffs are like that too. And it just makes for a really fun, competitive league. It's fun to watch.
Well, we anticipate your hirings in the next few weeks. Fans can obviously log on to NWCCRangers.com and follow us on Twitter at NWCC_Rangers. Jack, welcome back. Welcome home to Northwest. I know the Northwest family is glad to have you back, and we're excited to see the talent the Rangers will put back on the field in 2014. So best of luck, and we'll be catching up with you in the next few days.
Thank you, Kevin.